So hello guys, what's up? This is Arka Datta from this side, and today is going to be a very crucial video for those JEE mains aspirants whose examinations are starting from 27th of July. So what I'm going to do in this video is that I will be sharing with you my own personal tips and tricks which I followed during my examination previous year, which helped me get marks of 100 out of 100 in mathematics paper. So this video I will focus solely on mathematics, and do tell me in the comment section if you want more videos on physics and chemistry as well. But in this video I will be covering the whole of mathematics, what I did, and spoiler alert guys, I won't be sharing with you anything that will boost your marks from 60 to 100, or maybe those people who are lingering around 50, those people will be reaching 100. I have no magic wand for that. So that is one thing I want to make very clear to you. But what I will making sure in this video is that those people who deserve to get 100, those people who are getting around 80s and 90s, those people can boost their rank to even 100, right? So I will be speaking on what are the factors that those people lag in the last few days and how they can improve their score. And even guys, those are getting around 60, don't get more demotivated. This video is also going to be very useful, because in the later part of the video I'll be sharing on what are the important topics of the chapters, and which you can really cover for better for maximization of your scores. So before I begin this video, I want to share you a story of mine. What happened that during JEE mains, the first attempt in 2020, I was quite prepared. I had covered all the topics. I was well prepared. I was getting, even I got a few full marks scores in my coaching institute examination, the mock test they conducted. But what happened was that I wasn't confident. So this is one of the biggest problems that happens, is that you are scoring full marks, you know all the concepts, you have gone through all the chapters and all, but still what is lagging is that your silly mistakes. And another thing that is differentiating you from the people who are getting full out of full is that you are not confident of it. And same happened with me guys. But in my next attempt in April, what happened was I wasn't that much prepared, because in the lockdown my level of preparation dropped. But still, at that time I had a strategy in mind that I need to score full out of full, whatever happened. I didn't care. So 1 month before the examination of JEE mains second attempt, my score was lingering around 70s and 80s. I was doing all sorts of silly mistakes. I had forgotten all the formulas, all the concepts. So what I did in the last few days was that I devised all the formulas. And one thing I will be mentioning a lot in these important topics as well, to refer to my short notes. So you can find the short notes in one of the videos I uploaded previously, and I will be giving the link in the description box. You can get all the short notes which I prepared. These are not manipulated guys. These are the exact notes which I myself used during my preparation. I didn't change anything. So maybe you can find it difficult to read through the notes. Managed to cover all the topics. It contains all the formulas, important concepts of each and every topic guys. From the previous year questions, I deduced everything and made the short notes so that that can be as precise and concise as possible. So as I was telling in my in the last few days, I read through these notes every day. I used to divide my schedule into 3 parts of physics, chemistry and mathematics. And the mathematics section, at least 1 hour I used to dedicate only to study through these short notes which I made, which I shared in the previous video. So if you go through these short notes, that will help you to recollect all those things. But one thing guys, everything is of course not covered. And also second point is that you need to practice it well. So for that, what I will be stressing is you can of course go through that, and what you can do is go through the questions you couldn't solve in the first go of your coaching material or whatever material you followed during the preparation. Those questions you should have star marked, or these are the questions that I have to revisit again. So focus on those questions, solve it again if you have time, and do solve the previous year question guys. That is the most important thing. Now getting into detail, those people who are getting 80s, they lose marks for one of these 4 reasons. The first reason is silly mistake. So how you can eradicate is that every day try to attempt one of the JEE mains paper, be it the papers of the other shifts of 2021 or 2020 or even previous years as well. You just solve question, because as much as you solve questions your silly mistake, the probability decreases, right? So this is the first thing, silly mistake. Second, lack of confidence. You have to be very confident. See, in my examination I was I knew at least 20 questions will be there that you can solve easily, right? And 5 questions will be of medium difficulty or hard difficulty. Those will be solving later, but for the easy ones we will be putting our best and solving it as quickly as possible, right? So third point, one thing which happens with students is that they focus too much on mathematics and end up losing marks in physics and chemistry. So this is one thing we should not be doing, right? So this will be remembering that during the attempt the paper, that we shouldn't attempt the paper at one go and give 90 minutes or 100 minutes only mathematics. And even if you get full out of full, giving 90 minutes or 100 minutes of your time, you will be messing up your rest of your paper, right? So what I will be saying to you, that a lot maximum time you can give to any of the subjects is 90 minutes. So that's the maximum, and that also you should not give it one go. So what I did was that first I give 40 minutes to each of the three subjects, and that way you can easily cover those easy questions that are asked, right? And in mathematics most of the time 20 questions, average if you give 2 minutes per question, in 40 minutes you will be covering all the 20 questions. That's most of the time. I'm talking of those guys who are getting around 80s, right? For the other people, this video you should wait a little. I'll be covering for them as well. So for those who are getting around 80, what they should do, try to cover 20 questions in the first 40 minutes, then move to physics, chemistry, and likewise just cover it once, and then try to attempt the tough questions. So in this way you won't be losing much of your time, right? And that has when you can narrow down your probability to 50% from 25%, then go for the guess. Otherwise it's okay, just leave it. So what you should do for those people who are getting 80% marks in their mathematics paper, first be confident. Second, go through all the formulas, all the concepts. You can refer my notes or your notes or your study. You can solve those questions you couldn't solve in the first go through them. Practice previous year papers, that will be eradicating your silly mistakes. And fifth, try for those little, if you are missing out on one question, try for that. Even if you lose 1 marks, you won't regret it, right? Try to narrow down your options and try to give your best. That's all for the people who are getting around 80s. Now the next part I am going to cover that in the table I have prepared the important topics of all the chapters that are available, because most of the questions will be asked from these only. So let's move into this. So as you can see guys, these are the 14 topics we have in JEE Mains, starting from sets, relations, functions, complex numbers, quadratic, then matrix, determinants, as you can read the rest of it. So we have 14 of the topics. Now what are the things we need to do? See, first I have star marked a few of those topics like P and C, integral calculus and probability. So guys, these three are those topics which you can skip in the last few days if you haven't prepared well for the examination. Like you have if you have all your concepts clear and you're quite sure of making it in the examination, you have devoted a lot of time in these chapters, then try to devote time in these last few days, because you can't be preparing these chapters at a rush or completing all the concepts related to it if you haven't given time to it before. So it's better to skip these 3 chapters. Then moving to those, I have given square brackets like sets, relations, matrix, determinants, BT, sequence series, differential equation, coordinate geometry, and statistics and mathematical reasoning. So these are the topic guys that you should try to get full out of full, and these are the topics we will be targeting in the last few days to maximize our scores, because most of the times these are very easy questions are asked from it, and we do not see much variation, right? In sets relation, try to cover domain, range, sets properties, and then the basic concepts of intersection, union. In quadratic equation, try to cover the powers of iota, conjugate, modulus properties, and Euler's forms and roots of unity, like these questions. Most of the paper revolves around these only. Matrix determinants, try to cover properties of determinants, then Cramer's rule, properties of matrix, characteristic equation, basic now BT. Now see, you can read through it. I think most of the handwriting is visible and you can go through it well. And if you can't go through any of the part, you can ask me in the comment section. I won't be reading through it to waste your time, guys. And another thing, 11th and 12th, 3D and vector, these two topics are those topics which are not very easy like the others, which have been circled like square, or tough like these star ones, right? They lie in between. Like they also will consume a lot of question, like you can expect 2 to 3 questions in your paper, but you need to give a sufficient amount of time. So if you have covered all the easy questions, for those getting around 60 50s, they can try to solve first 3D vectors, and even if they have time for more, they can go to the probability, integral calculus and PNC. So I will keep these two topics in intermediate because they need to understand a little. It's a little more theoretical. You have to understand what is happening. So this will be my tip for you guys. So I think you found it useful and can make good use of it, what I shared. But one thing I want to say is that most of the topics which you see here now, that is covered in the short notes I shared. I would highly recommend you to go through the notes, because those key concepts of it, though not written very elaborate way, is all concise in 20 to 24 pages. That is more important, because if you see any booklet of formulas, they will be only listing the formulas, and that won't be that much useful. So you may check it out. And another thing, try to cover these topics. Those I made a square around those. Try to cover all those, because that will really be useful. You can cover it very easily. If you put a little decent effort, you can cover and solve the question. And that's all from my side. But one thing, try to cover the previous year questions. At least solve one paper in alternate days. For those who are getting the score between 46 in 60 range, for them, try to solve one paper in alternate days, because they need to focus also on the conceptual part, because their concepts are not clear, right? So for them, go through these square ones, then try 3D and vectors, and then try those star ones. I would highly recommend that if you aren't very confident in these three topics, leave it, right? Try to focus on those topics which have already covered well and revise them thoroughly, and rest of the time devote to math, chemistry and physics as well, because that is also very important. If you want a good marks, you have to focus on 3 of them equally. So that's all. And another thing which and for those who are getting around 80s, they should give a paper like regularly, one paper each in the morning or in the afternoon, whatever you think is suitable for you. And because for them concept is not the main part. For them, eradicating the silly mistake is the main thing, and getting the confidence that you can get full out of full. That will come if you get full out of full. Now that you will gain the confidence that I can get a full out of full in JEE Mains. So that is more important for them. So this is all, guys. And guys, if you have any questions regarding JEE Mains or whatever in any competitive examination, how to crack, you can ask me in the comment section. And do share this video to all your friends who are appearing for JEE Mains, or you think more would be benefited by this video. And like this video and subscribe to our channel, because we will be trying to make such videos for you that will help you in your preparation, help you grow as a whole. So this is all from my side. Bye guys.